Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little different. Normally it's speed paints or something like that, but today it's actually my collection of the Lorelei and Asher OC ship. A little bit about it before I dive into the pictures. This was created during Mermaid when I drew my DeviantArt sister's OC Asher, who is actually from a different Frozen fanfic that she was writing. But I drew him as a mermaid, and she's like, whoa, 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 whoa. What if he ends up with one of your mermaids, and we create this OC ship? Well, that's all she had to say. An OC ship set sail and is not coming back anytime soon. We have a group for it now, and they have kids and family. There's a family tree that, oh my goodness, it took forever, but it was totally worth it. It's so much easier to draw pictures of different characters and different ages, and it's a lot easier. So that's kind of the background of it, and this is just how many pictures from each sketchbook are in it. And so it kind of started during sketchbook 9 of mine, and that's when Mermaid kind of happened. And then it picked up in 10 and took over 11. And that's all I've drawn in 12 so far. So yeah, it's wonderful. I love it. So I'm actually gonna flip to what started this. It was his fault. He started it. I drew this during Mermaid just to draw him, plus to draw Merman, and it was done. It was very much done. So I'll come back to the section, but I needed to show the reason first. So there's these up in the folder. I wanted to put them all in these nice sheet protectors, but I have to cut like an inch off the top and then a half an inch off the side, and I didn't want to cut them off or them up here, so I just left these out of it. These are the pictures I did for the family tree that I made, and it's Asher, Lorelei, Lornick, Ashlyn, which are the twins and their eldest two. Brizo is the third child. Dustin is their fourth and adopted, and then it's Eve, and she's the fifth child. And then Liliana is her sister, and then Gregory is her husband. This is going to get confusing, there's so many characters, but I'll put a link below for the family tree, and then you can kind of see where everyone goes. Then Avalon and Demetrius. These two are Lorelei and Liliana's parents, and I actually wrote, it's kind of a story. It doesn't really have like a dialogue between them. It's more like an outline kind of thing. I'm not very good at writing, but I like to write. So there's a little bit about their history, and then this is Luna, which is Avalon's mom. And this is page 1. And page 2, this is Jax, which is Luna's husband. He's young here because he died when he was 25 in war. So I drew him at the age that he was last at, instead of making him older like Luna, since he never gets old. And then Neris and Swani. And this is Demetrius's brother. And then Araxi is Demetrius' sister. And this is Dune, who she ends up with. He's a blacksmith. And then Levin and Mela are their parents. And then this is Asher's family. Oh, that was all Lorelei's family, by the way. This is Asher's family. This is Dustin, who he is named after. And then Marie, Eric, and Sharon Rose. And they all were killed. You'll have to read their backstory for the specifics, but they were all killed when Asher was 10? No, 13? I'd have to look up the age, but he was really young. And then this is Kai Sr. And this is Laura and Kai Jr. He was killed as well. And these are just, they're not really a part of the family tree per se, but they are in this world and they're family friends. She comes to Lorelei before she has him, and she was the flower girl at Lorelei's underwater wedding. And then this is Shia, who is, goodness, their daughter. And then this is Naren, who is their son. So that's all the family, and like I said, it's really confusing, but I'll put a link below. And not all of these were created by me. They have several creators. We have 4 in the group. Myself, One Angel Zero Wings 1, or June Kane on YouTube, and then My Ann, and Valloria. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but that's how it comes to my head. So Valloria, she's the newest creator, and this is actually her character, Gregory. And this is June Kane's. Same with these 4 right here. And then Mayan's characters are these 3. And she did an amazing job on creating the twins. So it's very much a group project kind of thing. And these, again, I didn't want to cut off the top or the bottom of this, so I just left it as is. And Asher has fire abilities, so when they're young they can't control it, and he sneezes and kind of lights his twins' hair on fire. So yeah. There she is with her fin. And this is Lornick and Ashlyn. And then this is their home by the sea. This is where Asher and Lorelei actually meet. So their home is just built right here, and Asher designed and built it himself, I think. So we've been tagging back and forth, Anna and I, and I'll draw a picture, she'll write a story, or she'll write a story and I'll draw a picture, and oh, it's wonderful. It's my favorite. So this is the OC ship characters, pretty much the main characters of the OC ship. And this is just my collection that I have thus far of what I've drawn. And this is, like I said, it's over 4 different sketchbooks and months before this even happened, really. So this was actually part of Mermaid. This is Lorelei. And Lorelei and Asher dancing under the stars. And this is just the sketch. I think I did this one first and then this one. So this is kind of the planned out sketch of her design. There's Asher. Lorelei in her wedding dress, which was so much fun to do. I've only drawn it twice? I think twice. But I really need to draw it more because it's simple yet elegant, and oh, the veil is my favorite. I love floor-length veils. There's the second one. This is actually my icon picture on devianart. I should change it, but then I'm like, no, it's my favorite. I don't want to change it. So I have a little cute little style I found on Instagram. Almost reminds me of like Precious Moments, kind of. I don't know. Asher taking Lorelei on her first horseback riding lesson. Very distracted though. Oh, let's see if I can flip this. There we go. So, Liliana, not knowing what she's getting herself into, decides to volunteer to watch the twins while they're little so they can have some time to themselves. And they come back and she's a hot mess is what she is. She's got all their toys in their hair, little dolls of the kids in their hair, rattles, coral shells. Just a mess. She's like, no, they were great. They were angels. Angels of chaos is what they were. Oh, now I gotta flip it this way. This is the twins feeling Brizo, their little sister, kick for the first time. And are they cute and going, oh, it's a baby, it's a baby? No, they think it's a monster. And they're begging their dad to get the monster out of their mom. They come around, but it takes a while. So, this is them coming around, kind of. Her stomach is bigger in this one, so they finally come around. They're like, oh, it's not a monster, okay. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, so much flipping. Okay. And here's Ashlyn and Lornick in ocean water. When they're above ocean, I think above the ocean, their hair just starts turning blue, and they don't get their fin just yet, but when they're completely under for a while, their hair goes completely blue, and then they get their fins. This was designed by my Anne. Amazing job. Oh my goodness. I love these characters to death. She did so amazing. And this is Brizo finally getting her fin. She's a bit of a late bloomer. She doesn't get her fin until 12, which kind of puts a wedge between her and her family, since the twins got it, I don't know, like a couple months after they were born. So she kind of feels like the outcast, and it's really bad because she looks like her mom. Got the same hair and everything. So she's real distant from her mom, but she can finally connect with her because she has her fin. So that's kind of the story behind this picture. Oh, the poor baby. And then here's Brizo being all cool. Because she doesn't go into the water and play and stuff until she's about 12, she learns to do stuff on land. So she actually starts learning how to build ships. And she studies under the shipbuilder, the royal shipbuilder, and she learns how to build ships. So that's what she does. She actually prefers land, though her favorite thing to do is go into the water and swim under the ship and buy it on its first launch. So that's kind of her thing. And I just saw this picture. I forgot. I'm making it into a bookmark. But here's Lorelei, pregnant with the twins. This started the whole baby thing. I just wanted to draw a braid that I saw on Pinterest, but then I was like, no, she needs a body. And then she got a baby bump, and yeah, it just snowball effect from there. But a good snowball. And then this is actually a 5-part kind of storyline. It was just 4, but I've recently added 1 picture, surprise, because the final 2 kiddos were created. And this is Lornick teasing Ashlyn because she has to go to some royal gathering where all the princesses go, and there's going to be princes, and Asher's completely against it. I have this all written out, and it's much better written out than me saying it, so I'll leave a link below. But he's like teasing her nonstop, and Lorelei is like, oh, by the way, you have to go too. So then it's her turn to tease him. It's like, my, don't you look handsome, brother? And he's like, okay, we're going to call a truce. We're not going to tease each other. We're going to be on the same side, because he's very much a teaser. And he's like, yeah, I'll find someone to tease. And then Brizo walks up behind them. And she's just going, say something, Lornick. Say something. She's very tough, and she kind of scares him. Not that she would hurt him or anything, but he knows not to mess too much with her anymore. He could when she was little, but she's a little snappy. She's very sassy, so. And her bite is definitely as bad as her bark, so he doesn't mess with her too much. And then they go, and then this is kind of where another crossover is made, because in their world, they're in, like, Rapunzel's kingdom, but then Melody comes from The Little Mermaid, so it's a double crossover. And Ashlyn's just like, Lornick, let go of her hand. You're holding it too long. And, I mean, he's out of his mind. He doesn't English right now. So, she's like, Lorelei, you need to let go. And then this is where their family starts. And this is the other family members that I'd shown earlier. And I don't think I have too much of their family yet. I do have some in my sketchbook, which I'll show after this, but I just have a few. And this is Asher's family. So it's Dustin, Marie, Sharon Rose, and Eric. And this is, I think he's about 6-ish here, maybe. I'm not good at ages, so ish. I'm going to go with ish. And this is Avalon and Demetrius when they're younger. For the portraits, I drew them according to age from the youngest member of the tree. So that was Kai Jr. So in that, they're older, but this is when they're younger. This is them saying, welcome to the family. Too sad, the baby. And then this is Nereus and Araxi, Demetrius's siblings from earlier. I actually drew this picture first, just to give him a little bit of a background, because he's third in line for the throne, though he doesn't really want it. He kind of takes care of the animals, that's why he's got lettuce in his hand. He's going to feed and take care of the animals and stuff. So, I wanted to draw his siblings. And this is kind of where Liliana gets her looks. Instead of purple hair, or no, not purple hair, brown hair, purple fin, blue, and Lorelei's teal. This is where she gets her orange. So this one was quite a while ago. I drew this October 16th, 2014. And this was a part of my very first Inktober. And oh, I love Inktober. I'm so ready for this year. I hope to finish it. I think I completed it last year, but I'm not 100% sure. And then I went back, oh goodness, I think it was just the beginning of this year, or end of last year, and I did the collab with yourself, since it was an old outline, and you just make a collaboration with yourself, so you use the old outline, but color it with your style now, and you can't fix the outline. And I used the original outline. I think I made one change or something to her nose because it was a little wonky and I couldn't take it. So I made, I think, just one change. Everything else is the original outline that I'd done for Inktober. So, and this is on tan tone paper with Copics and white gel pen. I can't decide if I want to do tan tone paper again this year for Inktober because it was a lot of fun. And I just did tan tone for Mermaid. Oh, so much fun. I love how it turns out and how vibrant the white is. This is Gregory and Liliana when they're younger, probably around 8 or 9, maybe. And he gets teased a lot because of his looks, and his tail is so different from everyone's, and she's just cheering him up. And then this is Nabi and Rhea. He is a Chinese fighting fish, and she is an angelfish. And they're kind of like Kai and Laura and Kai Jr. They're not really a part of the family, but they're part of the world, so I included them in here. Oh, he's so cute. Took a look. And this one's alternate universes, or AUs. And this is where this guy comes in. Again, this is his fault. He started it. And this came after this one. Anna drew a picture, and then I drew a picture, and without telling each other what we're drawing, they matched up perfectly. It was amazing. I'm like, this is fate. This is supposed to happen. So it's Asher returning a bag that was dropped, and Liliana is hiding under Lorelei's hair, just going, Lorelei, look at him. He's so dreamy. And she blushing from head to toe with, well, I mean, if she had toes, she would be blushing to them. She's like, Liliana, stop. Oh my goodness. This I outlined and never colored, and I really want to, but then I'm like, I really like the outline. But it's just Asher bringing his orca whale to see Lorelei, and then they have a lot of spectators over there hiding behind some underwater plants there. And this I drew when I didn't want to draw, but I wanted to draw, but I didn't. So she's a maid. I don't know. It just kind of happened and I went with it. And this one is Lorelei with short hair. Probably not going to give her that kind of ever. I love her long hair, but it's like, oh, let's see what she looks like. And she looks like Brizo, or Brizo looks like her, especially right here. And then here's a modern day Liliana and Lorelei. And from modern day, I don't know, I can see them owning, or their parents owning, a marine life kind of sanctuary where they help the marine animals and stuff, and they help out there. And then Asher's kind of like a fireman. And yeah, haven't dealt too much in modern day, but there is a little bit of, you know, dwindling there. And then Lornick and Ashlyn as Minnie and Mickey Mouse. They have gone to Disneyland before me. So jealous. And then a gender bent version. So it's Ashley and Lawrence, I think is the gender bent names for them. Not sure where it came from, but I do love it. And then this is art by others. I only have a few, but I love them. Love them. And these were just sent to me in a package that Anna sent me. So here's Lorelei. I love her so much. Lorelei in her wedding dress. And then Liliana. I said it in the reaction video, but I'm going to say it again. I love your chibi style. Oh my goodness. She's just so cute. This one. And then here's Ashlyn. Again, adorable. I love her. Thank you so much. That's all for the binder so far. I have some. I'll have to fix that later. I have some in the sketchbook I'm working at, so I'll show those, but I don't want to disassemble my sketchbook just yet, because it is new. Let's hold it. There we go. Okay, so this is Suwani. This is Naren's mom and Lorelei's aunt. So, she was so much fun to design. I don't think this is an actual fish. I think it's just a painting someone did. But it's an angel fish with these colors, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's her. That is Suwani. And then here's Naren, who is Suwani's son, and Chia. Chia? Yeah. I've created her years ago and named her, and I'm still, I don't know, iffy on the pronunciation for her. Then Lorelei and Liliana. And he's the only male cousin, so he's really chill, and he's like, ladies, make me irresistible. So they're dolling him up. Got the blush, she's braiding his hair, she's making a bracelet with flowers, which he's helping hold the flowers, so he is assisting as well. Nails are painted, and it was fun. And his dad's tail is green, and then the orange, and kind of the design comes from his mom, so his tail is a lot of fun to do. So. And then here's Mela. I drew her for the first time. I think she was like 80 something years old. So I drew her with white hair and then the blue, but I loved how the white hair and the blue looked. So I kept the white hair and just made her younger. But this is her full body. The next one's not finished, so I won't show it just yet. And then this one's Araxi. This is Shia's mom. She's so cute. She's a bit of an airhead, but in a good way. In a very good way. And then here's Ashlyn and Lornick and holding baby Brizo. Not totally happy with how Brizo turned out, but she is stinking cute. So they're getting to know her, and it's one of the only times excuse me. It's one of the only times Lorelei can dress her up with pink. So yeah. kids. Here's all the kids, mostly willingly, except for this one right here. Just chilling on a sunny afternoon. And it's Brizo, Lornick, Ashlyn, Dustin, and Eve. Her dress was really fun to do. I wasn't sure if the blue would show up, so I actually, because I went over it with B00, but then it was too light, so I went over it with B02, and that was better, and then for the middle it's B05. So it wasn't originally going to be like that, but it wasn't dark enough to show up, so I had to change it. And then this one I just finished about 15 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. And it's Brizo with Dustin, and she's complaining, saying, oh, they're playing in the ocean again, what's so great about it? Because she hasn't gotten her fin yet, she's about 10 in this picture. And he's just like, well, at least you have the chance of getting a fin. I'm just human. So she kind of feels bad. These two get really close, and they're pretty good buddies, seeing as she's land-bound for the first 12 years, and so is he, but more. So they're pretty close. So I have one more, but it's still sketched, and I don't want to ruin the surprise. This is the next one I'm going to work on is actually the 5th part to the Royal Gatherings. It's going to be so cute. So that's all my pictures that I have that I've done and from others. So I hope you enjoyed and hope it answered a few questions. I know the family tree is really confusing. Like I said, I'll link it below so you can check it out and see who goes where and belongs to who and all that good stuff. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye!